Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your monthly reading for our Pisces for the month of October 2018. I'm excited because we're doing a romance reading today, so we are going to focus on romance. We will get additional information from the angels, as always, as a theme for your month. And then we're also, I have that backwards, we're also going to have an animal, power animal for you this month that's going to be a mascot or a guide for you for this particular month. I've really been enjoying that aspect of it, so I've continued those for the month of October. So before we get started, I just want to share, I've got a video at the very end where I am going to reveal my treasure box club. So this is a beautiful opportunity to become more of an abundance attractor. It's a super powerful Feng Shui abundance, actually called the treasure box. And I've created a club based on that, where a couple times a year I will walk people through the process. And it's really a fun and really kind of get you out of your head way to get more in the flow of the money and all forms of abundance in your life. So stay tuned for that at the end of the video. I've got some links below that will assist you. If you're new to me, please subscribe to my channel over here. Maybe watch the video first and see if you enjoy it, then subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so that you get notified of when I post new videos, which I do these on a monthly basis. I do daily angel insight, which is just a quick, less than 5-minute reading and includes an affirmation. And then I do Feng Shui Fridays, which are Feng Shui tips. Feng Shui being a 6,000-year-old ancient proven practice to help shift things in your life, bring more harmony and balance to your life. And I do those every single Friday, and all of the links for that kind of stuff is below. So let's go ahead and rock and roll and get started. We've got the Four of Water coming in for you as a theme for the month of October, and this is about missing an opportunity. So sometimes when we make a decision in our life, we then might have regrets about, like, oh, I missed out, or I missed this opportunity, or whatever that might be. Part of this can be also that energy of boredom, or just not really being happy with what's happening in your life, right? And what they want you to do is open your eyes to all the possibilities. And I love the visual of a radar screen where you've got, you're looking and you're seeing what's on your radar screen, but there's so much else out there, right, that is not on your radar screen. So it's all happening perfectly, and they just want to remind you to look for the gift, open your eyes to all of the possibilities that are available to you. Love that. Let's see what else is coming in for you. So it's getting cold in some areas of the country, not here in Kihei. It's been hot, very, very hot. We haven't had our trade winds blowing, and so it's been very, very warm. And yeah, I'm hoping, I actually looking forward to winter where it's a little bit more comfortable, a little bit cooler this summer. And people that have lived here for a long time have even said, like, it's never been this hot. So it's really sort of unusual for us. And I know those of you that experience winter are like, cry me a river, but just had to share that. All right, so we've got a pretty good balance. We've got a couple water cards, air and an earth, so pretty good balance for you this month. The Two of Air is a stalemate card. The air cards are about the head, the intellect. This is about you being unable or unwilling to make a decision. So it might be something where you're even pretending like there's not a problem, like there's nothing wrong, and there actually is. Like, you do actually need to make a decision about this. And what I like to say about decisions is it's as if there's a tree in front of you. You're either going to go around the tree to the right, or you're going to go around the tree to the left, But either way, you're going to get to the other side of the tree. So just make a decision and move forward. Standing in front of the tree, looking at the tree is not helping you. Okay, so make that decision, move forward. Okay, then we've got the King of Water. Water is all about the depth of emotion, and the interesting thing about this is it very much connects with that Four of Water, because the Four of Water is about opening your eyes to the possibility. This is about opening your heart, okay? So really being in a space of heart openness, and they keep showing this to me over and over and again, that having our hearts open is the safest place that we can be, because when our hearts are open, then we have a stronger connection to the divine, to our spiritual team. We can hear the guidance a lot easier, and when our hearts are open, we can see things from that higher light perspective. So this King of Water is about opening your heart. Ways to do that. You can do something charitable, right? Volunteer your time or donate to a charity. That can help open your heart, right? So those type of things are really going to be good for you this month. Then we've got the Ten of Earth coming in. Earth cards are all about how you need to make your money, what you need to do to be here on Earth. This is happy family, very happy family life, financial security, really having, a measure of like enjoyment and even just the very little things. So this is going to be something to really focus on this month, is that what are the little things that you can enjoy? What are the little things that light you up, right? So that's going to be really beautiful for you this month. Let's see what's happening in the love department. Sometimes I have to just shuffle the cards the other way, because it bothers me when they get too, when they start to bow. I don't like that, so I like to shuffle in the other direction sometimes. I like to do that. All right, definitely wants to come out. Okay, so we've got past life relationship coming in, which is letting you know that you've had other relationships with this person in the past, right? Basically what it says, and really just that essence of having known each other before, which sometimes there can be karmic stuff that comes up as a result of that, and just know that you can always cut the cords to that and really have this fresh relationship with also that deep knowing of that other person, right? So it doesn't have to be drama. We really don't have to have that drama energy, but there is a strong connection for sure. We also have the wedding card coming in. So some of you are going to be getting married, or this can also just indicate a very strong, deep, committed relationship. Some of you are already married, right? So you've had that wedding energy, but maybe renewing your vows might be something to think about. If you've got a big anniversary coming up, that's always really a beautiful thing to do as well. And then we've got keep an open mind. So for those of you that are in a relationship and have been in a relationship for a long time, just being in that space of not expecting your partner to behave in a certain way just because they always have. Really being open, letting go of expectations or attachment to any particular way that they might behave or the way that they might be. And for those of you that are single and looking, this is about being open to the possibility that your partner may differ from what you might expect. May look different, may act differently, may have a different type of job than you would anticipate. There's all kinds of different things that might come into play there. But keeping an open mind. So this is so fascinating. So we've got, open your eyes to the possibility, open your heart, and now open your mind. So that is really a big theme for you guys this month. Really interesting, that openness, right? Your animal guide for this month is the lynx. This is all about discernment, and I like to think about this as looking behind the scenes, like, on the surface things look one way, but really to look beyond that and feel what is really happening here. So look beyond the 5 physical senses, and what are your other senses telling you? What is your intuition telling you, right? So looking beyond that, because we might have someone, for instance, that gives us certain information, and that doesn't seem to ring true. Like, we don't really believe it. And so really looking underneath, like, what is really right and true for me? So that's a wonderful energy for you. All right, that is what I've got for you for this month. Stay tuned for that next video. That's going to give you some info on the Treasure Box Club. So fun to be an abundance attractor. I would love for you guys to join me. Have an amazing month. Much love. Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here today to share with you a little bit more about my Treasure Box Club, which is brand new. And the Treasure Box is actually based on a super powerful Feng Shui adjustment called the Treasure Box that is a way to help you attract and bring in more abundance into your life. And the idea around this is, you know, essentially it's based in Feng Shui, right? And Feng Shui is a 6,000-year-old art and science that's based on the principle that your space or your environment reflects and affects your life and what's happening in your life circumstances, right? So Feng Shui improves your life by balancing the energy in your space and creating an environment that energetically supports the things that you want to be, do, and have in your life. So very subtle shifts, subtle changes make a big impact in what's happening in your life. So oftentimes there's things that are impacting your life, and they are impacting you from your environment, and you have no idea about that, right? So the really idea behind all the videos that I shoot, and even this Treasure Box one that I'm sharing with you, is really just to get you thinking about your environment and how it might be impacting you or impacting your life. And of course, to provide solutions for how you can make shifts in your environment to positively impact your life. So, the Treasure Box Club. What is the Treasure Box Club all about? I'm super excited about it because it's really a fun thing for me. I have created treasure box kits for a number of years, and when I moved to Maui, I stopped selling those just because it was like I was just not sure about the shipping and all of that kind of stuff, and I hadn't bought everything that needed to go into the kits, because there's very specific things that go into the kits, right? So the Treasure Box, again, is a very powerful Feng Shui adjustment. And it's something that we conduct for 27 days in a row. And that's part of the power of it, is this building upon it day after day after day, okay? So the items that you actually need for the Treasure Box, I'm going to show you what those are today, and then I'm also going to share with you a little bit more about what the Treasure Box Club is about. So the items that you need to actually do the Treasure Box adjustment, or to create your quote-unquote treasure box, you need a piggy bank. So I've got these cute, adorable little piggies with the green snouts. I chose the green because, of course, green, you know, oftentimes means money for people. So these adorable little piggy banks, that is the first thing that you need. You need a red cloth. So these are red cloths that are included in the kit. And then you need a new black pen, and a mirror. This one happens to be, I believe it's 6-inch diameter. So a mirror is needed for the adjustment. And then red paper is the other thing that is needed for the adjustment. So these are the basic things that we need to actually do the adjustment. But when you join the club, the Treasure Box Club, it's so much more than just what's included in the kit. You get everything that is required to do the adjustment, including a little scroll that has all the instructions in it and ideas and tips for being successful with it. So you get all of that with the Treasure Box Club, but the club is more than that because it's really about having the support to successfully complete the adjustment, right? And it's also about receiving sort of things along the way that will help shift you mentally towards more abundance and to attract more abundance that way as well. So it includes a number of different things. We have a private Facebook group. So when you join the Treasure Box Club, you will be in the private Facebook group. And it also includes, so in that group, it's not just a it's not just a community, although the community aspect of it is really important, but it's also about giving you that support. So if you have questions, you're able to post them in there and I'm able to answer them. Also, it's about celebrating the successes, because when we celebrate our success, so when you actually post about your success or the abundance that you're attracting in, it actually expands it. And when you read other people's posts, it also raises your vibration and your attraction point. So doing this in a group format is so super powerful. I just can't even share with you enough how powerful it is to do it in a group setting, because again, it's magnified. Your efforts in attracting more abundance are magnified by everyone else in the group. So flippin' cool. I love that aspect of it. Super cool. So, but the club, of course, is about more than that. So when you join the club, you get everything that I talked about here, but you also are getting within, and it comes in, I have to show you this because it's super cute. It all comes to you in a purple box. So this is the box that you'll receive when you order your Treasure Box kit. And the box is purple because purple is the color for the wealth sector in our Feng Shui Bagua. So you see that right here. Wealth is purple. So that is specifically why I chose the color purple for the boxes as well. And then with that box, you also get an angel that's going to be there for you on your journey. So I have a bunch of different archangels and their invocations, and so it's really a random thing, but always perfect, right? Just like with the cards, is that you will receive the angel that most wants to work with you throughout the process, and that angel is going to stay with you. So you'll have an invocation, you'll have a picture of the angel and the angel's message to go along with you on the journey, as well as an abundance invocation. So that invocation is something that it will be on a little, like a business card size, that you can carry with you. And anytime you're wanting, like standing in line at the grocery store, you can read it. If you're, waiting at a stoplight, you can read it. These are things that you can do to boost the energy and your abundance attraction factor, which I like to call it. I love that phrasing that they just brought in, abundance attraction factor. Can't say it too many times fast, but it is super powerful. So the box contains all of that. You get all of that. One lucky person in each group that I send out. So when I do the group format, which I'm going to be offering twice a year, this time around it's going to be October and then February. So the very first one, the focus group that I'm doing, is October. But in each of these like batches that I'm doing with the group format, one of them will contain this red envelope. So this beautiful red envelope. This red envelope contains a gift certificate for a free 30-minute reading with me, a private reading, and that is worth $99. So right away, someone is going to have that abundance coming into them immediately, right? So that is a cool thing. So when you get your box, look for that if you are part of one of the groups. Okay. Let's see what else I need to share. So what else does the Treasure Box Club, do for you? What else do you get? So I'm creating wealth affirmations for every single day. So for 27 days, you'll have a wealth affirmation that you can work with for that particular day while we're doing the adjustment. I will also have a wealth or abundance meditation. So this is something that I'm going to be channeling, and this will be a downloadable item for you where you'll be able to download this meditation and keep it forever and keep working with it, right? But really beautiful energy to work with that meditation on a daily or however often you feel like doing it during the time that you're doing the treasure box adjustment, right? So that is also included. I'm also including 2 Facebook Live sessions for the groups. So one will be before we actually start the adjustment, so I can share with you a little bit more of the details about it and show you how to set it up. And then I will do one midstream that will just do kind of a check-in and how are things going, what questions do you have, what else is coming up for you. And you'll always still be able to ask questions in the Facebook group as well. But I just like the idea of doing that touch point in between time. And then the beautiful part about this also is that I am going to offer, for those of you in the group setting, I'm going to offer a text reminder on a daily basis. So this will be a text that will come to you reminding you to collect your coins, which is part of the process, and then also will contain that wealth affirmation for the day. So beautiful way to just have that reminder popping in for you on a daily basis. So that is something else that I'm offering with the group aspect of things. And then the beautiful thing about this is once you have the kit, you'll remain in the Treasure Box Club throughout, and when I do new groups, you can actually participate in the new groups as well. So that is something that is really a beautiful bonus, because that means that if you wanted to do the Treasure Box a couple times a year, you could do that, because you'll have everything that you need. You will have to get a new pen each time, because it does require a new black pen each time that you do it. So that is a pretty simple, easy thing, very accessible for you to get. And then I am including extra red paper in your kit, but that's something if you do it, year after year, you might have to buy some red paper. So those would be the only things that you might have to do. So that is what the Treasure Box is about. Super powerful Feng Shui adjustment. And I do just want to share something that one of my clients that went through this said to me about it. And her take on it was she understood, or she came to realize by doing the Treasure Box adjustment, that she needed to get out of her house to attract more abundance. So that was an interesting dynamic, because lots of times with technology now and everybody's online, we tend to stay home more, right, than getting out. And this required her to get out of the house more, which drew more energy to her, right, and more abundance to her. And the other aspect of the Treasure Box is that you are collecting coins on a daily basis, which means that you're needing to use cash. And so many people now are just using their debit cards or credit cards for everything that they're not really getting the feel of using cash. So this adjustment requires that you use cash, because you've got to get coins on a daily basis. So even if you're just using like $1 a day, you still have to have cash and be using some cash. And so it's a really beautiful energy to actually feel money again, because there's so much that we don't feel money around, right? And then I'll have some other tips and tricks along the way, some other practices that will help boost the energy of abundance, as well as additional Feng Shui tips for abundance. So specific things that you can do within your home to raise the energy of your wealth attraction factor in your space and thus in your life. So lots of juicy goodness with this. I hope that you join us. It's going to be super fun. Super high vibe, and really will help you bring in more abundance into your life. And abundance can come in so many different ways. That's the other piece of it too. It's not just about the money. Abundance comes in many, many forms. Abundance of friends, abundance of love, abundance of time. There's so many other different ways that this abundance can show up for you. So super excited for you to join us, and all of the links and information are below if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're watching this on my website, then the information is contained within this page. Have an amazing, amazing day. Hope to see you soon. Aloha.